For over 20 years, Lynn Tillotson has been at the forefront in supporting the greater Portland region's growth as one of Maine's top destinations. As president and CEO of Visit Portland for over a decade, as well as serving countless advisory roles in local and statewide tourism organizations, Lynn's unwavering commitment to the vibrancy of our industry sets her apart as a true hospitality leader.
I started my hospitality career at 14 at Funtown. I'm from Saco, and after I graduated, I went to school in Florida and got a job at the world's largest Marriott. It's the Orlando World Center Marriott, and I loved being in the hotel industry. But I met my husband, and we had our first child, and we wanted to move back. So I came back to Maine after 14 years in Orlando, and haven't turned back since.
I've met Lynn when I moved to Maine in the year 2000. I was a new GM at a hotel, which is the Hilton Garden Inn, and Lynn was at the Convention and Visitors Bureau at the time. And we hit it off ever since then. She had a vast knowledge of marketing and PR and advertising, and I've always connected with her whenever I needed some advice or ideas.
So I actually joined Visit Portland shortly after I started my business. And at that time, Lynn was doing a lot of marketing, advertising, event coordination. In fact, she was doing so much that about 11 years ago, I was on the board who voted her in to succeed Barbara Whitten as the president and CEO of Visit Portland.
She served with me on the Maine Tourism Commission for a long, long time and helped create the tourism regions of Maine. And now she actively leads the greater Portland region, which includes Falmouth and Freeport and Yarmouth, and Scarborough and Gorham and South Portland.
The best thing about Lynn is she doesn't lead from a sense of command. She's a doer. She gets in the trenches with all of us.
I think as an extension of her nature, she's very convivial, and that really brightens the days of a lot of people when they're in meetings with her. And she really does a wonderful job of building consensus.
She's a very good collaborator. She loves to connect people. She loves to mentor people. I've seen her build great teams over the years that work together well and work with her well and move on to do great things.
My favorite part of being in this industry is working with the people. The businesses in this community and the people who own them and run them are so genuine and so kind, and it really is a family.
She's always looking for resources and better ways to market and to do a better job to make sure that Portland stays on the map.
Over the last 10 years, Portland has capitalized on how attractive it is for people to visit, not only in the summer, but in the spring and the fall. And as such, as a hotel owner, we've seen a lot more hotels come into our space and a lot more quote-unquote competition. And what Lynn has been able to do is expand the visitor base for this region so that all of those hotels can be absorbed and kept full.
For many, many years, she's always been thinking that how could we improve how the office is working, how the funding is working.
Unlike in other cities, we're not funded by a local option sales tax.
We have to compete with other destinations across the US who have a lot more resources, and we're all competing to get mind share and visitation throughout New England, but also throughout the nation. And that was not going to be sustainable in our old model. And she was the person who said, we have to change. And this change is going to be hard, but it's going to be good for us.
Lynn put together a plan, and it involved getting all of the hotels in the community of a certain size to agree to charge a fee to their guests to fund tourism development.
And she pushed through so many difficult steps and situations, but she was determined. She's been always determined. I've worked with her from beginning to end. It's been 6 years we've been working on this to improve the funding for the destination.
The way that our organization operates today and tomorrow is completely different than it operated 10 years ago, and we have Lynn to thank for that.
She's continually motivated to do what's best, not just for Portland, but the surrounding communities in the state of Maine.
I'm so honored and so humbled because, you know, in this industry, we all work hard. We love it, we do it every day, but it's hard work. And so it's really an honor to be recognized for the work that you do.